Discerning Discipleship and Discipline. Good morning. Prayers and well wishes for you and your family. I am hopeful that as the summer transitions to the school year, that you and your circle have had a revitalization of spirit and peace that will lead to an exciting and memorable year. Today, I want to do one of my usual messages of encouragement for the first of the school year. This may go on into the next message because I am transitioning to driving a school bus, and that is a little deeper responsibility when you consider the risk involved. As usual, I'm working on myself, but I am confident that others in the ministry can and will be feeling some of the same things that I am dealing with. So, I will ask a couple questions and give a thought or two, and maybe we will close it next week. The first question is, where does the responsibility to the student start to overlap and or supersede my responsibilities to my family and myself? Now, those of us from the old guard were told that teaching is a calling, and you should sacrifice and not question the lack nor desire any more compensation. Now, we know that there are many ways a system can or should make things better, but I will just let that idea dwell with us for a minute. The first thought is in the same vein as the first question. If we are truly in a calling, at what point does what we do and or put up with from our higher ups, or even the kids for that matter, go too far before we put our foot down and say, no more? I am struggling with the progression of my life over the life of those I am called to serve, and me and my family's well-being over the interests of the system. My entire career, I have operated as a team player that has sacrificed much of my personal gain to the benefit of the team, because I believe that my calling required it, no matter how much or how little the team did not appreciate my efforts. I was still of the mind that I had to keep going. I know this concept will lend itself to many of your lives, no matter what line of work you are in, whether or not you have kids, or even your role at your church. You will inevitably question why you do what you do, how much you do, and how much or how little you are compensated or appreciated for said effort. I will leave that there for us to think about this week, and I will share my thoughts next Sunday. Now, before I get to the encouragement, I want to say that you are absolutely supposed to question your place in your situation. So many times we just go on in a role or a tough dynamic because we worry about whether or not God has put us there, and if so, we should sacrifice and just suffer a while. And if He wanted us out of that relationship or job or correction of our unruly children, He would fix it. Well, I'm here to tell you that it has become obvious to me, and I will refer back to the scripture we studied last week, and that is that God is with us and we should not fear. And if I am in tune to His word, He will let me know just how much of that is growth work for me and how much of it is the people and the situation being the world acting as its typical fallen self. The encouragement is for us to take a look at the details of the issues around us and realize just what is supposed to be for them and what is supposed to be for you. You know that there is only so much that we would be asked to suffer. And if you have been feeling beaten down for years and years, I would have to say that it is unlikely that He would ask us to be in a broken heart state for way too long. Now, I'm not professing to know what God can and will do in your life. I just know that in my walk, he has shown himself to be on time every time. Whenever I start feeling like I feel now, it has traditionally been because he is stirring up in me the courage to make a stand, move, and or change. I want to share this with you over the next couple messages, and I pray that if you are being prompted to make things different in your life, whether it be your classroom approach, your relationship with your supervisors, or even friends and family for that matter, that you seek him first, but then be willing and able to move into the next thing with confidence that he is, as we all know, with us through it all. Receive the blessing of peace. Be.